Hey, game. Uh, Piper heated up her food too much.
I don't understand. It's ice cold. And then the other overconfident bite I just took was hot magma.
You gotta stir it
Oh,
while you're cooking.
Get the ice.
Oh, you're done. So, hey, it's Broken Couch. We're here, and we're family.
Get used to it.
I've only been to Olive Garden once, and I got up and left because everything was oily.
Wait,
Oh,
we're family.
The tables, the pepper shakers.
Seats.
There were buttery.
Anyway, I'm Matt. That's Piper. Jack
Hi.
and James.
Hello, everyone.
Guess who's not here again?
Yeah, take a wild fucking guess as
It's
to
Alex
he bailed again. Alex told us to go fuck ourselves,
and
Yeah.
Dan
and Dan already always did that.
and
And
me.
Shut the fuck up, Jack.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Goddamn, sprocket.
So yeah, it's just us again. But that's okay. Who needs
Hey, to
them?
be fair, Adam had big news, so.
Yeah,
That's true.
almost like I wanted him to say it on stream.
But we're not gonna say it. We're gonna let him say it.
I know. We're gonna wait till he gets his ass back here.
Too bad he's gonna go through his, first session. I'm not gonna say that. I caught myself saying a horrible joke, and I stopped myself, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm pretty happy.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
I'll say
He's
No.
having a baby. That
No.
counts.
he's not having a baby.
Because I'm very anti baby.
His balls are inflated with a baby.
Matt, please
One of
continue.
We so yeah, Adam's not here, but that's okay. We're gaming anyway. Where we left off, the party went to the Mages Academy at Insira. They went around, spoke to some academians, met a few students here and there, and then discover through a series of several natural 20s and
Fucking everyone, basically.
really good memory on James's part. Got a big lore dump that I wasn't expecting to make. And so once they discovered all that stuff, they split off from the professors that they were with. The professor's going to speak to the Dean, the Archmage, and the Crimson Mayhem Company, speaking with Jarrus.
That's us.
That's you. And they spoke with Jarrus, and he said, okay, this is a lot of news. We'll just have to look into that more when we can, like when we get to it, or when more information presents itself. But for now, look into this whole deal with the Feywild, having a weakening veil with the material plane.
I hope I get to meet a unicorn.
So, I believe the end of that meeting is where we left off. So you guys are in the tavern still.
Do we know where the hole is?
You don't.
Oh.
Do you have to ask the blood
Uh,
hunters?
Is question. Is Jairus still around?
Yeah.
Cool. Go would throw a snide comment, being like, I feel like we did a lot of work, so I think that should reflect our pay.
I'll take that into account.
We have to think about the suffering of the child, Emmy with two black eyes from passing out.
Also, like, if there's like another healer, I mean, she could heal herself, but like, black guys,
Emmy's gonna be pissed that she forgot that.
Did not hear what you said.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
My mama said I can't go into the Feywild. They got different drinking ages there.
It's true, they do.
The fairies, they can drink when they're a fetus.
Yes. Fairies, the Fae, don't have a drinking age.
Notorious alcoholics, those fairies.
They also don't believe in the food pyramid.
The poop pyramid's not real.
Yeah, in the Feywild, they said that they don't follow the food pyramid.
Also true.
If we go to the Feywild and I don't see one thing with a horn on its forehead, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't care if it's a unicorn. It could be a person with a horn. But
Don't forget about the fucking rabbit we mercilessly killed.
You
Hey.
have seen.
That wasn't an Almirage. That was more like a mix between an Almirage and...
That was literally an
just called
Almirage we
an
killed.
Almirage.
Emmy didn't get to kill it though. She was bait.
True.
Emmy got fucking almost penetrated by it.
It's true.
What an awful
Alright, we
thing.
gotta end stream for the night. Thank you guys for coming out.
Bye.
Make me
Actually, you know what, Jack? Just mute yourself.
Yeah, I got you.
Perfect.
I think you mean impale is the correct word.
Well, it didn't go through you.
It tried.
It stabbed you, poked you.
It's
Uh,
not the first time Emmy has been stabbed.
true. Not the last either.
Emmy bruises like I do. Rubs her eyes too hard.
Yeah.
Bruised.
All right. Where to?
I guess talking to the blood hunters so we can get like an exact location.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Okay. And Jairus did also mention during your meeting with him that you should talk to Rosella at some point as well.
The chicken lady.
The chicken lady.
Yes, that's right.
But you guys walk out of the tavern and as you're you go down the steps, and as you're starting to walk out into the town, a couple people kind of brush past you. I did not know what that was for a second. I thought that was a raw chicken.
She just pulls out a gun.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do some meal prep during this. I'm gonna base off of turkey. When I said stuffing, it's not what it meant.
Anyway, a couple people walk past you. And the guy kind of in front.
Are we pushed? Did they
No,
push?
no.
What? No pushing.
Sort of walks by. Oh, pardon me. And then and kind of turn around. The hotel will take. I'm like, pardon me.
Hmm?
You guys turn and look, and you see 3 people.
What's poppin'?
Uh,
That's what Emmy said. What's poppin'?
Language.
The man talking to you.
Mean language.
I thought I heard the fuck.
No, I said what's popping.
Okay. Sorry, y'all are a little choppy.
But the guy speaking to you is a human, white hair, wearing sort of a leather coat with like a little brass chest plate and a couple arms. He has a sword and shield on his back. Or shield on his back and a sword on his waist.
Final Fantasy 6?
What?
I said Setzer? For Final Fantasy 6?
More Edgar than Setzer.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm Edgar.
And then 2 people behind him. Another human guy, dark hair, kind of a clean shaven, or like a clean cut beard, wearing silver armor with like a white tabard and a red cape.
Bye, James.
Bye, James.
Hold on, sorry. I made my camera freak out.
During a Zoom meeting, you have to have your camera on. How else will I know that you are present and ready to learn?
I don't have the Zoom thing.
Sorry, I made my camera freak out super hard.
And then the third person being a tiefling woman, kind of dark gray, bluish gray skin, black hair, and then a sort of red, the kind of duelist coat, and a rapier on her waist.
Speaking of tieflings, Matt, DM question. In this world, is there racism?
Oh god, yeah.
Did you install racism?
There's some, nothing institutional and nothing really against tieflings.
Okay.
Unless Piper, you want to be racist to the tiefling.
I mean, Barbara definitely would have taught it critical race theory. So she's more so wondering.
I think we need to move on next bit.
So Emmy would be like, what's the socio-political climate of where I'm at to where if someone says something to this rude to this tiefling, how should I react?
Is anyone going to be holding a flag that
and one of the wealthiest men in the capital city of basically the whole world is the tiefling?
Piper's basically asking if she walks into this town and she hears someone go, "Hey everyone."
Yeah,
she's basically
I had a big thing about racism. That was like a whole year. I just a whole semester was just critical race theory.
There's there's some people who have the flag that only lasted for 5 years because of a civil war, but you know.
Yeah, the loser
It's only
flag.
5 years. The loser flag.
Anyway,
The Confederate flag.
Move on, next bit.
What race are the Confederates?
Not really been a civil war in Lindstrom. Other places there has, but not over slavery.
Oh, that's because if anybody tries to tell you otherwise, that's what the Civil War was in fact fought over.
It's true, it was.
States' rights to what?
State right to what?
States' rights to do their own rights.
Said a name, and I got flashback to high school. States' rights to what, Jared?
I was thinking of the video I sent everyone. States' right
Anyway,
to do what, you fucking traitor? Next bit!
no, I guess
Move
since
on,
we're
next
talking about
bit!
racism,
Move on, next bit!
Kenku are pretty discriminated against.
I'm gonna go to BRB. So yeah, we're back.
Yeah, absolutely. When Byra was going through the encyclopedia, the whole B section was taken out because Byra is racist against Funke.
She's not.
My mom said that's not true. That's not canon.
I don't have a hood
Anyway.
to put on.
Anyway, moving on.
I think one god condones racism.
Anyway, these three are here. The young guy in the brass armor and the like leather padded waistcoat. So he says, sorry, I couldn't help but notice your symbols.
Our sick cats?
That's those.
Our sick tats.
Emmy has hers on, like, the back of her neck. So it'd be weird that they noticed hers, but, you know.
It was more Drax that's across his entire chest. But says, yes, we had heard that there was a very important guest in town, and it seems, if you folk are here, that is true. Is he inside?
No. Bye.
We're talking about, talk about a famous person, like, famous of what accord, sir?
Well,
A famous warrior? A famous bard?
no,
Could you imagine if Britney Spears was staying in the hotel
a well-known businessman in the capital city. But if he's not there, Alina, sorry, your father must be elsewhere.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna message the dude talking to us.
Yeah.
Are you referring to Jairus? And this is his daughter? Do I get the... Can I roll insight to see if he's bullshitting me?
Sure.
Okay.
So, can you please put your hand down? We can't...
Ooh.
We don't...
17.
Yeah, just gotta do the pose.
17.
17? He seems to be pretty legit.
Does the daughter look like a tiefling?
He is a tiefling.
Okay.
Look like her.
You don't really see it in the skin, but you can definitely see it in the eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna message him. He's in the room we just walked out of. Just
Wait.
nope.
Yes.
I'm messaging him.
He would say that out loud, probably.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, he is here, but he is a little busy, and
He's predisposed.
Completely fine. We're here on business.
Is it alright if I like open the door and look at Jairus?
Sure.
Cool.
You want to do it stealthily, or?
heck,
No.
I can just you can just like I can be behind you, crack the door, and message Jairus.
No, I don't want to be quiet about it.
Okay. You open the door. Do you open it enough to where they can see him?
I thought, did we walk out of the door and the door's right behind us, or is it to the right or left of us?
It'd be behind you.
Okay.
Like you
I
guys
would-
would have walked down and gone kind of down the stairs. Some of you could still be on the stairs when they approach, but yeah.
I hear you say, Jairus, comma. Your crotch spawn is outside.
No, we do not say that to our boss.
What I was going to say is whisper it.
Whisper it in message.
No, I don't have message. Hey, don't know if this is a bad time, but one of your daughters is out there.
But Eve, she went to go check out the town. Is she back
That-
already?
I don't think it's that same daughter. Bye-bye.
Another one. Which one?
You have
Can I see Jairus?
you have too many. If you can't keep track, shouldn't have had them.
Matt.
I'm giving him a heads up, but I'm not telling him which, because he needs to figure that out himself.
Keep track of your own crotch goblin.
She's an adult.
Matt.
Uh-huh.
Can I see Jairus?
Yeah.
I'm going to message him, Alina.
Did I give the name?
You
No.
did.
Oh, did you?
Sorry. Yeah, that's right.
The dude gave
I
the
thought-
name.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a name.
Yes!
Unreal, I forgot that I said.
Emmy used
Maybe
her
if you fucking listened!
Next
Emmy
bit.
used-
Listen, I'm talking.
Emmy rolled for good listener.
And he gets out and steps outside after a minute, and he sees her, and he says, "Hey kid, you've been busy. Look at you." And they they hug.
Oh,
You know, they seem to have a pretty good relationship just looking at them.
I literally
Uh,
whisper, I thought they would have a bad relationship. I was gonna get out of here.
Just maybe you should fucking assume.
No, I mean, I'm gonna assume to each daughter.
Whatever.
Alvor is going to assume that his family is the only functioning one in the world.
No, it's just because we've heard so many daughters had not a good relationship with Jairus.
To be fair, you've got 4 of them now.
Yeah, and
Man.
only one of them has had a
Only
problem.
one of them actively disliked him. One's in a rebellious teen phase, but
Yeah, I thought there was 2 out of the 4 we met. My bad.
it's pretty divided. But
I think Jairus is the Nick Cannon of Windstrom.
Oh God.
anyway, he says, "How's life in the Order? You haven't visited much since you joined up." She says, "Oh, it's good. It's good." And the guy you've been talking to says, "Well, that ruins the surprise. Yes, hello. Paladin Apprentice Casimir Summersnow. Of
Like,
The-
that's your name, sir.
Casimir Summersnow."
Emmy did not say that, but Piper definitely did.
Was this the dude from the one time we did this back in 2018?
He may have made an appearance.
Yeah.
Paladins are so neat.
Oof.
Is, joining me, the ever quiet Knight Frio Mikhail, and the dude behind him's, "Hey, how's it going?" And you seem to be at least partially acquainted with duelist Alina Albridge. We were hoping to speak with you all. Mr. Albridge was our first option since the familiar connection. But I think having multiple is even better. Do you want to take the lead on this? And the knight guy's like, no, you've got it. Great. Okay. We have been receiving some reports from our outposts out here about some dragon sightings. Do you all? Doesn't look like it.
I mean, we saw that one dragon.
Oh, where?
It was back in Kirika.
We didn't see it.
That's
We
only
were-
the country.
Yeah. We were also told there was a dragon out there, and we had the dragon kill a lot of the men. So.
All right, that's great. I hope they were.
No, I was saying that out of character because James is like, we didn't see it. I was saying, like, we still know there's a dragon because we had that dragon kill a lot of the
You guys
mercenary
did see
group.
it, technically. Just within the barriers of Woodrow Mustang.
That's fair.
Which is canon.
I was about to say, I didn't know if we were actually considering that canon or not.
I mean, it happened. It happened in a session.
Is canon.
That's true.
Come on, focus. Thank you.
Yeah, we're all focused.
Says, right. Well, don't know anything about that dragon. We're looking for a dragon. Here.
What kind?
What are you pointing to? Danny, do you know?
Danny DeVito!
Danny, my boy!
Amy would be pointing to Ares, and I guess Kelva would be pointing to the grass.
Not Dragonborn. Or women. Like a proper dragon.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing, huh? Okay, great.
Listen. We've had a day with news. We've been here maybe an hour? It feels like maybe 3.
Hour and a half.
4 hours.
And we've already learned that apparently
Probably
some
wouldn't say that out loud.
Some Feywild
okay.
shenanigans are happening.
That's what I was hoping you were going to tell us, sir. We don't have time to deal with a dragon. There's a hole in the Feywild dimension that we gotta fix.
I'm sorry, there's a what?
Anyways.
There's a hole in the Feywild
Listen.
dimension.
If you're here to speak to Jairus, he has more information on that.
This is a lot.
Yes, that's what we've been doing all day.
You know,
My Lincoln logs are perfectly on. Thank you.
What's the other toy that's like close
Tinker
to Lincoln?
Toys.
Tinker Toys. Yeah, well, my Tinker Toys are all over the fucking place.
My
I'd rather
bionicles.
have Tinker Toys because of my sister, but we could have Lincoln Logs.
So, first you're hearing of dragon. Great. So wait, what? I'm sorry. Did you guys come here for the Feywild thing? Is that what?
We were
Technically-
redirected for that task.
Yeah, we came here for a very different reason, but that is something that came up. We're here looking for a rogue mage
Oh,
Oh my
Who-
god. we have-
only refers to himself as the king.
When you say a dragon,
yes.
how big? big dragon?
But it's a decent size, yes. A bit bigger than that.
Seems
You're going to need a couple more hands.
this was like a Feywild dragon.
It could be.
There are such thing as fairy dragons.
Yeah, no, that's what Emmy's talking about. Like
They're
a fairy
terrifying.
dragon make more sense in the context of the Feywild, but those are significantly smaller.
But
Then-
equally as dangerous.
Do you possibly have any information about this dragon you're looking for?
Well, we've heard it's believed to be possibly white, although from reports it seems to be quite a bit smaller than a white dragon. There's also no reports of any ice appearing around.
That's very
There,
Wouldn't
a fog
a
seems to roll in wherever it does.
what?
A fog seems to roll in. A mist.
Wait. We have been hearing weird fog showing up at the farms, but we thought that was from the Feywild.
Oh, so the farms are also connected to the Feywild.
Apparently, we're trying to investigate that now to make sure.
I see. Well,
We would love to help you, sir, as long as it coincides with our current task, because I can't take much more pressure.
Emmy,
Okay.
are you okay? You
They
fuck
haven't
me?
had their EP time yet. I'm sorry for the
Yes.
bother.
she's had a weird day.
EP time, but it was like the same way chloroform isn't asleep, is the same way passing out is not asleep.
Not a comparison I thought I'd hear today.
Same.
Oh. Well, we were going to stop here, see if you all knew anything, and then we were going to speak with Miss Lioness, the Jarl of the city. I don't believe that's a name. I can't remember. I'm bad with names.
Speaking of bad with names, what is your name again?
Casimir Summersmith, Paladin Apprentice of the Order of the Three Kings.
You'll find,
Such a pleasure to meet you.
Kelfor, you'll find that with a lot of paladins, their names are very long.
As Casimir introduces himself, I get the book out with the secret. Because he seems high in order, so I want to know a weird little secret he has.
To be fair, he did say he is a Paladin Apprentice.
Just
True.
just
But
do
let
your
it
bit.
ride.
Just do your bit.
Out of character, every paladin that Piper has ever seen, their name is like too much. Big peepee, we get it. Small peepee, maybe. Too much. And then tabaxis are like,
It's just a Russian name.
and then tabaxis are like Febreze Everglade.
Not Kelfor.
You don't know.
Okay, could somebody write that down? Because I might be making a tabaxi.
Febreze.
Febreze Everglade.
It's gotta be you.
If it pleases the court. Or I'll name a tabaxi family after the different scents at Bath and Body Works, because that I had a dream about.
James is dead.
So, you know, it's just a Russian name. What's going on there?
just don't listen. Avert your ears. I
For
don't
once,
want
I can't really hear it right now.
I don't want it to pick up the mic.
I can't hear it over here.
I'll just start chugging. It's fine.
Yes, because we got a report from one of the city guards that some civilians had been speaking of this dragon appearance.
But he was gonna say some people have been eaten.
But they said some other odd things had been happening. Potentially, acquainted with your rogue mage. Or potentially the rogue mage is the one causing this dragon attack.
I
wouldn't be surprised.
That or one of the rogue mages' rogue mages. Because he's basically running a cult.
Cults are never fun.
No.
I'm not allowed to get involved with a cult or an MLM.
That's probably for the best.
Cults, definitely not. MLM, definitely, certainly not. One scams you out of your life, the other scams you out of your money.
Another thing to never get involved with, HOAs.
Never.
What's a
Never.
Association.
In a place that has HOAs. What are you gonna do? Put a picket fence in a bog? It's ridiculous.
Well, they're the
But
people who wouldn't want you putting a picket fence up.
No, Byra would lose her mind if she got a letter in the mail that was like, "Hey, your homeowners association's coming to your door." She'd go to her sisters and be like, "Do you see this shit?"
Anyway, well, yes, we were sent as a scouting party sent ahead to see if there's actually a problem here. So, if you hear anything, please do let us know. Also, if you need any assistance with this rogue mage, that sounds also like a problem we should be dealing with.
We're going to need every hand on deck we're going to get with that.
if you do want to actually help out with that, Jairus would be a great place to start with.
Perfect, he's right here.
Exactly.
Yeah, he and his daughter have been talking for a bit. Just while you guys have kind of stepped to the side and are having this conversation. Well, we won't bother you any further. I think we may be staying in this tavern for just a bit longer. But of course, we'll be headed up to the Jarl's Longhouse. What's up?
I was just thinking, with this white dragon, if it is a thing, I gave Drac that cold resist potion that he might take. That's not a cold resist potion, and I've been waiting. He's not gonna watch.
I'm just so excited about the potential of having another healer.
Low-level paladins aren't the best healers.
They're not. They're better than a toddler with a first aid kit.
You have healing spells, though.
Emmy is like if you were having an allergic reaction and like in between picking a paladin to give you your EpiPen versus Emmy to give you your EpiPen, you're gonna pick the paladin.
It's true. But yes, we are all willing to help. He looks over to the knight, Frio, who I knew she would laugh at that.
Why is my super suit?
What?
First I thought you said Friezo, and then I realized his name is not that. It's what it was, and then my brain went, Frito. His name is Frito.
Yeah.
Frito.
Frito. F-R-I-O.
No, I came up with another character idea. Frito.
I know.
The paladin.
That was more because I saw Jack writing it down. So. Yeah, the knight Frio seems to be the one kind of in charge of this small group here. Says, like, looks over. He says, "Yeah, I'm glad to help." He says, "And also, I'm looking into getting a promotion. So any help you need, I'm happy to assist."
Is this Casimir?
Yeah.
Fair. How long have you been an apprentice for?
Oh, this is my first year. Going on, what month is it? I believe 10 months now. Closing in on 11.
I think my think my mom.
With the order?
Oh no, God no. But it was pretty quick. I think less than a year. I don't know. She didn't really go deep into it.
Happens.
I thought I thought your mother was a mind goblin.
Emmy, I hope you know we are adding another lap around this town during your training.
No,
I'm sorry.
I could have sworn, and this is Emmy saying this. Emmy said, Kelvor, I could have sworn you told me that your mom was a mind goblin. Your father was a cat, and your mother was a mind goblin.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, of course.
Drax says. Wait, what?
Don't.
Emmy is probably out.
He's not part goblin. That
Emmy
doesn't make
is
any
probably
sense.
I am gonna roll to see.
Somebody roll to see if Emmy is out there. Please.
I have 20 intelligence. I'm not falling for your joke.
Who has the luck?
Drax.
Yeah, get Drac.
What'd you get?
I got a 14.
What a Drac roll.
He didn't roll so hot, but he rolled well enough not to quite fall for it. He missed the punch. He missed the joke,
God
but then Ares. So
I've been.
what even is a mind goblin?
I message Aries right before she says mind goblin. I'm like, no, don't!
Like Emmy's mind goblin these nuts and then starts running away from Aries.
Oh
what's
my
your AC?
god!
Yeah.
I'm ready for like Ares be drinking a glass of water, be like,
Wait, how do I tell my AC? Armor class?
yeah.
14.
She rolled a 14.
She's holding me by the throat.
As you start to run away, she just picks you up, the scruff of your neck.
You know, Emmy, I'm really surprised about the balls you had there. Honestly, appreciate it. You know, big balls.
I heard it at the college. I heard it at the college. Please,
Oh my god.
please, please have mercy. Please, please.
She just puts her other hand over Mimi's mouth. Holding
Emmy messages Ivanov. This is how I'm gonna die. This is how I'm gonna
You're
die.
the one that asked for it. I saw that shit coming a mile away, and you knew with 2 barbarians in your party, you thought you could get away with that shit. No!
No, Ivanov, I'm just surprised she went through with it.
She had to know.
One day I'm gonna get everybody in the party. I've been saving them up.
I'll get all you fuckers.
You're gonna have a bad one one day, Ivanov.
Kelfor, you were checking the book on Casimir, right?
Yeah.
It's an embarrassing secret, not like a, you know.
It won't be an embarrassing one.
Damn it.
Thank God. I just want it to be funny.
You pull it out and you just have it open while this is happening, and you look down and you see it scrawl out just Casimir Summer Snow, and then it shows a quotation, like it has an open quotation, and it writes out, I don't want to be the disappointment of my family anymore. End quotation.
Ooh, actually, fuck. Ow. Califor looks at that and goes, same. Closes the book, doesn't say anything. Looks at Casimir and being like, I know you'll get out of this rut, bud. You'll get a promotion.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm hoping I prove my case to become a full-fledged paladin here soon.
But I want you to take this in fact as well.
Mm.
Even if something does not work out, it's always better to get back up than stay down.
I think that's excellent advice. Thank you.
Amy's just dangling in the air. No, she's not kicking. Sometimes the saddest part about the circle of life is when the prey gives up.
She was flying like a fish.
No, she's submitted. She's saying her prayers.
Casimir looks over there. He says, I'm not sure that she's breathing anymore.
It's fine.
Nah,
She's fine.
She can breathe underwater, she'll be
She
fine.
can breathe through my palm.
He's like, she's fine. If I want her to not breathe, I would do this. And she pinches your nose. See, she's fine.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. I knew I was the weakest link. I was there. They were waiting for the first chance.
And then she
I knew I'd be the first one to die, but not here! Not here!
Aries said, call an ambulance. Not for me. How high up in the air was
You're
that?
like,
She was holding you about her height, so you were probably 2 feet off the ground.
Oh, okay. Just making sure I didn't fall like 8 feet.
Not enough to like take any damage.
Emmy
Yeah.
does not land gracefully.
I know.
She could have taken that, but she didn't. She chose water breathing.
also, Casimir's last name is Summer Snow?
Summer Snow.
Okay.
Water.
Oh, Water Snow? My bad.
No, just no. God damn
Summer
it.
Snow.
Summer snow equals water.
Ah,
That's called rain.
that's right, baby.
There's rain, baby.
I don't like that. I don't like how you guys just made me feel. We need to keep going.
He says, well, we should probably be on our way. And Knight Frio checks a little pocket watch he has. He says, yes, our meeting with the Arl is coming up, so we should make our way. It's a pleasure meeting you all.
If you could do us a favor.
Sure.
I'm not sure if Jairus already asked, but if you could also ask the Jarl if they know anything about a rogue mage, that'd be grateful.
We'll be sure to ask about that. It's an interesting addition to this investigation.
We'll keep our ears up for any white dragons strung about.
Appreciate it. And he starts heading off. Jairus and Alina have a little hug before she runs off and joins Frio. And then Casimir says, well, it has been lovely meeting you all. I'm sure we'll meet again in the near future. But boy, I'm bad at goodbyes. Later. And he walks off.
What an interesting day.
What a day.
Yeah.
So, now that little a diversion is out of the way. Where to?
Do you guys want to talk to Rosella or go and look at that fairy stuff first?
Which one's closest by?
As far as you know, Rosella's still in the city. The Fae stuff was outside of the city in the sort of farmland out there.
I'd recommend Rosella since she's closer by.
Okay. I don't mind doing that.
Yes.
All right.
By the way, Ares, are you just gonna hold Amy like that the entire time?
Amy has been face down, butt in the air. She's too scared to get up.
Just mage hand you by the scruff of your shirt. Get up.
Yeah, you're doing this. You know how little kids, when you have to put clothes on them, and they just go limp.
It's like a dog that doesn't want to get up.
I learned that
Nope.
Amy can do mage hand, and I think that's so funny.
Go.
Because she just has it as a cleric.
I didn't remember Clark's got that.
Yeah, Greg, literally, I was looking through my thing, and it's like, hey, did you know you just can use mage hand as a grave cleric?
It always seems like a trickster cleric thing.
Well, I looked into it, and it's supposed to be the representation of, like, their duties as of, like, that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to be, like, an aiding tool. The same way I think that Vyra probably gave Hopper Mage Hand when Emmy was little.
Can you cast spells through Mage Hand?
I don't know. All I know is Emmy can do Mage Hand.
Can you
It says-
cast spells through it?
You can like touch my spells.
That I
I
didn't.
don't think you
I
can.
don't think so because that requires you be able to cast another spell at the same time.
That's true.
My healing spells always heal for the maximum. I'm dying. I'm dead. Telekinetic. Amy has telekinetic abilities. I can push or pull a creature 5 feet. You can cast an invisible mage hand with your mind. That's all it says
Okay.
under telekinetic ability.
Oh
It's just
no,
considered-
That's one of your feats.
that's because you have telepath.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's under my features.
It's from the telepath feat.
I also have turn undead, which is my absolute nightmare.
No, turn
Well, that-
undead
It's good
is,
for you.
Yeah.
is turning undead away from you. Like
They
it,
should really rename
it-
that.
it's a weird naming, but it's essentially casting fear on undead. So yeah.
There's another thing I could do. I can reduce critical hit to normal hit.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's a-
reminding you of that.
Yeah, trust me. Because I'm tired of Matt Critical hitting me a lot.
You're just so punchable.
So
Yeah, you're right.
in my language of known, I must have done this when we first started Emmy, because I wrote languages known: Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Italian, Latin. Can speak very little American Sign Language.
Are you sure you just didn't write that down as a placeholder for fucking Willow?
What would it be a placeholder for? Just
For
what-
Willow!
Very little American Sign Language, which I know very little American Sign Language.
American Sign Language is thieves' camp.
I know it.
Italian is infernal.
I wish.
Latin is abyssal.
I wish. Damn it! I wanted to know Goblin.
Oh,
Goblin is Australian.
Goblin is British. Just
no, if you hear what they're saying, just like, oi, gov.
Brook in it.
Oh, God.
Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Tuesday.
So anyway,
But yeah, let's
We're
go to Rosala.
as you guys discuss heading to find Rosella, Jarrus, who's still out there, I think I heard that the Neon Bones was meeting with the White Ashes company down by the docks, so maybe a good place to start.
Oh, to find Rosella?
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
my pleasure.
Oh yeah, because Rosella is in the Neon Boats. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Ugh.
True.
Yeah, we would walk down there. Emmy would just be getting dragged through the street. She's going limp.
Yeah. She's plotting. She's plotting.
Kelfor would make sure to kind of like look at which bump to make sure she hits. Like, oh, that's too bumpy. That's gonna hurt.
Oh, that's
That one's
rad.
just right.
Better this way.
I like how Emmy's rival last season was Kelfor, and now it's Ares.
I wouldn't say rival. She's
Her personal antagonist.
I can't wait for it to be Ivanov.
It won't be. That's the fun part. It will. Amy's not gonna butt heads with a wizard.
You don't
Smart.
need to be.
He can cast a gun.
True. So can Kelfor, though, and
Actually, lest we forget, so can you.
also true.
Your
Yeah,
spiritual weapon is a gun.
It can be a gun.
Yeah, my spiritual weapon has been a gun. It's also just been a larger version of my scythe. And then I did a cannon.
Yeah, and you also did Drex Hammer once.
Yeah, once.
As well.
It's just Emmy mimicking bigger weapons.
Uh,
But she also failed miserably when she shot with the spiritual weapon.
happens.
Because it was very big. And she's little.
But yeah, you guys head down to the docks, and you see down on one of the docks next to one of the ships, small ship, little schooner, probably not too much bigger than the empty Locata, Kelfor's ship. You see some familiar faces from the Neon Bones Company, as well as 4 unfamiliar faces. They seem to be in conversation. And yeah, you guys are at the head of the dock. What's the plan?
We've already met Rosella before, right?
You have.
Emmy
Once
has
or twice.
talked with her the most.
You haven't met much with really any of the Neon Bones all that much. But yeah.
Do we see the White Ashes there?
You have never met them before, but you can assume they're probably the other people they're talking to.
Oh, okay, so we do see both groups there.
You do.
All right. I look at everyone else in the group. I'm like, who wants to break the ice? Who wants to be like, dude? Hi, how's it going?
Or can even suggest that. There's an audio that reminds me of this situation. I sent it to James where he's like, I gotta go in the water. I gotta be in the water. I want to go in there. Gotta be in the water. So Emmy would create water for Hopper to swim in because he can't be in salt water, and then she's gonna go play mermaids.
Actually, this would be in the river that leads out to the ocean, so
Oh, it's
it would be
fresh?
fresh water.
Oh,
Here.
it's been a very long time. Yeah, Emmy and Hopper are gonna go play mermaids. So they're doing the thing where Hopper's like, my hair is rainbow iridescent and I have fire powers. And Emmy's like, yeah, well, my mom's the queen of Mermaidia and my tail's see-through. So yeah, that'd be what Emmy does.
I'm just imagining you guys run by the two groups, like right in the middle of them talking. You just see me and Hopper just run straight through them talking and just jump in.
We did. Yeah, there's an audio. It's one of my favorite TikTok audios. I sent it to James once, and it's a guy just being like, "Forget about the land. I want to go in the water. I'm swimming."
Yeah, you
But now they're alerted to our presence, so have fun with that, guys.
true.
Ooh.
A couple of the people are like, oh god, did that kid just mean to do that?
Forcibly.
But you see,
She's fine.
one of the guys you haven't met yet, you assume a member of the White Ashes, tall guy, pretty buff, dark skin, hair pulled back in like dreads into a ponytail. He's like, oh, they're just playing mermaids, nothing to be worried about. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'll look over to you guys as well.
Here, Matt, because I feel crazy,
And just like that, they are frozen. We stopped time. The world, though. James, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. There you go. Just like that. Gone.
Well, all right.
When you go to play mermaids, sometimes you don't come back.
Sleeping with the fishes now. Technical difficulties.
Well, now it's
We'll be
time
right
to go.
back.
Yeah.
We're back.
Hey, sorry about that. For some reason, Discord just turned off. But we're back.
All right then.
So, they all kind of look over to you guys, and you see the young woman with gray hair and the big sword from the Neon Bones company. She kind of waves you guys over. And, pulls you out.
Yeah. I think we all walk up.
Yeah.
Cool. So, you guys walk up. You guys have kind of met the Neon Bones in passing, but you haven't really spoken to them all that much. And see, as you guys walk up, the white-haired girl, she kind of looks over to the other group, and they're like, "Oh, these are the Crimson Mayhem. They're super strong, and they found the information that brought us here. Yeah." And the other folks, sick. There she is. I guess none of us are really that acquainted, huh? Well, we've met them. You guys first.
Go ahead, go for it.
Like us first? Oh, I'm sorry. I just got entrapped by them playing mermaids. Hi, my name's Ep.4. I'm like the scout and the speedster of the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Doing defense.
Nice to meet you.
Ivan Oath, I'm the group's wizard.
Oh, I see. Okay.
A dedicated bonker as well.
You're not there. You're kind of there.
I imagine Drax and Ares are like, Drax, Ares, I'm a dragonborn.
Drac, I hit shit and get hit.
Ares, I do that, but better.
Pretty much.
He would Drac wouldn't settle for that.
I feel like I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, they kind of start bickering. Nevia's.
There are heavy hitters.
They start flicking each other behind.
And
the door
Nevia's the smart one.
and doing that. I'm not touching you.
I'm really not. It's just the IQ, the collective IQ of this group is not very high sometimes.
It's like two brain cells between the all of us.
Reaching like a dolphin.
Ares and Drax start fucking hitting each other. You're like,
Yeah.
See, I could take that.
They start doing the I'm not even touching you, so why are you mad?
But the girl speaks up. Awesome. I didn't know we were doing stuff. Hi, I'm Anya. I'm the captain of the Neon Bones, and I also hit shit really hard. And then you see a young tiefling woman. That two girls seem to be about the same age. Like paper white skin, with red hair and two little like kind of antler-like horns sticking up. And she says, hi, I'm, and then Anya, puts her arm around her. She says, this is Maya. She's my girlfriend. Isn't she cute? Maya kind of sheepishly smiles, and it's like, I'm the bard of the group. And then guy walks up, only guy of the group actually. He also a tiefling. You've seen him around. Purple skin, zebra kind of stripe pattern. wearing a sort of swashbucklers sort of get up almost. And this, hi, I'm Malrius. I'm the druid, I guess, but mostly I keep these two from getting killed. And then Rosella steps up and says, I'm Rosella. I cast spells and stuff and summon things. I also, I guess, keep these two from getting killed. And
What is Rosella a human as well?
she is, yeah, she's a human. Let's see. I have a picture of Rosella wherever she is. There she is. There she is. And then the last person kind of steps up. Also younger, probably a couple of years older than the other two girls. She's a half orc, and she is kind of leaning on a staff, but like kind of a bow staff. Says, hi, I'm Vanesh. I also cast spells. I'm a sorcerer. And Anya kind of goes over and pulls her a bit further forward. She's like, we're trying to get her to come out of her shell a little bit. Yeah, that's all of us. She like kind of strikes a pose. It's like the Neon Bones Company, and all the others just stay kind of right where they were.
You know, I feel like they match our energy more often than not. Like, we are very similar in a lot of ways.
We haven't really struck a pose and said Crimson Mayhem aloud, have we?
Not in a group setting.
I do it in my room sometimes.
You have to practice these things, I promise.
Fair enough.
Yeah, then Anya gestures over. These are the White Ashes Company. We just met them for the first time, but we're still trying to learn names, so they're going to introduce themselves again. And the same guy, dark skin, dreads. He's wearing a bit of armor plating, kind of covering his abdomen, but he's about half shirtless. They look almost like kind of like brands, but clearly like intentional religious more kind of brands. More like kind of tribal significance. And you see two kind of weird looking blades on his hilt. They look like they're made out of bone. And he steps up first. Says, hello, I'm Nashar. I used to be a whaler. Now I'm trying to kill God, I think.
Isn't it crazy how that happens, right?
That's
That'd be crazy.
That's a real jump. Which
Oh,
god?
that's what we're going on now, huh?
One day you're just making an omelet, sometimes you go a little bit overboard, and then you're killing God. You know how it is.
Sometimes your boss tells you to kill a whale, and sometimes your boss tells you to kill a man who's trying to kill God. You know, that's business.
A real Moby Dick of the situation.
Always a bigger
I
fish.
get that reference. Used to sail with the guy. Used to quote it a lot. Whoops. Let's see here. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
It looks like there's only one white ash.
There's not.
Looks like there's more than one white ash.
Oops. There he is. Then, another guy steps forward. Human, older guy, probably like 50s or 60s. White hair, kind of an undercut, and a pretty thick beard going. He's dressed pretty loudly. And you can see a kind of weird looking lute on his back. And he goes, "Hey, what's up, guys? Nice to meet you. I'm Gil. This party's barred. Kind of sad you guys don't have a bard. We had a lot of fun at the party, I'll tell you."
To be fair, we kind of have a slot of the fun bringer being that one over there. As I point to Emmy.
Excellent. Yeah. And then you see one of the women who's still sitting on the boat. Sitting there, she has a parasol that she's kind of leaning against. Has it open, protecting herself from the sun. And it's not really a parasol like you would see in Lindstrom of maybe lace or something like that. It's more the paper kind. And she's... Make a history check.
Okay.
Okay.
15.
Not one.
Make a history check.
History? Yeah, absolutely. Amy has good for that. Allow me to. No, I can't find my lucky one. There it is. Set history. I think it's a +4.
Should be around there.
Yeah, wow, I remember. 17.
Awesome. Yeah, both Ivanoth and Emmy make sense since they live closest to it. You recognize it as Shin attire. She's
Emmy has a. Yeah, that's the style of what Emmy's traditional garb is from when she holds like stuff at her temples.
Yeah, she's just pretty lightly. Very much
Activewear, lower cloth.
like definitely dexterous.
Jack.
Sorry.
But yeah, you see she's wearing toppy footwear, and but her top's a little more bundled up. She's kind of got like old overcoat that's fur lined, sort of blondish hair, like a very dirty blonde, hazel eyes, and she just kind of looks over. She gives a bit of Emmy vibes of like you kind of don't want her looking over at you.
Our group's like, what is one of those?
Resident freak.
Amy, go pick friends.
uh, but she said she just kind of ways. I'm Fress. I'm quiet, I guess. And you can see she's got a big scroll hanging off of her waist, and on the scroll you see two wakizashi. And yeah, and then the last person who is kind of on the front. She is, you think human. She's wearing a hood, so can't quite see the ears too well. To whale. But
Alright.
yeah, she's got sort of a hooded cape that is sort of folded over one of her sides. Seems to be wearing some light armor underneath. It's a little bloodborne-y, kind of her attire. Very kind of gothic. And you can see a bit of red hair, but like Ivanoth red, not like formerly her red. Like ginger. And yeah, a little like a long sword at her waist. Just for fun. Make a religion check, whoever wants to.
I would love to.
I love finding out about new people.
27.
27?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take one then.
It was 1 point below natural 20.
Yeah.
7.
No, Emmy's not gonna make one.
7.
Emmy's gargling river rocks in her mouth. It's spitting them out nice and clean.
Yeah.
Digestive.
I'm giving. Did you know if you were to go? Do you know that quote where it's like, did you know if you were to go scuba diving and pick up a rock, you're probably the first and only person to ever pick up that rock. And that guy posted under it and was like, I'm gonna scuba dive behind you and pick up all the rocks you pick up and throw them.
Yeah, Ivanov, keen eye, you remember while you were going through the temple district in Lindstrom, you remember seeing a lot of the Holy Guard there with similar swords. Yeah, she quietly Just, I'm Seraph. I suppose the captain of this.
Is she an Asimar?
She's not. Although she does have eyes not dissimilar from an Aasimar.
She got Asimar blood.
They're less like starry night kind of eyes like Aasimar often have. And they're more
Heavily saturated.
it kind of just she doesn't have like irises or pupils really. They're just kind of yellow and a bit swirly. But yeah, she nods and Gil, the bard from them. So you're the ones who kickstarted all this, huh?
Well, I mean, this particular mission, yes. Apparently, according to Jarrus, he's had a feeling about something like this for a while, but we found some pretty hardcore proof.
Excellent. Not to be discounted at all.
We recently found even more proof of stuff being weirder.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome.
Which I'm pretty sure if it's relative, Jarrus will give us a whole rundown.
He's probably going to, at some point. I don't know how relative it is at this very moment. The Feywild stuff, yes.
Cryptic. I like it.
Oh, but
It's a
we
lot
did. Yeah, it's been a day. But we did actually come down here to talk to Rosella. We were told to talk to you from Jarrus. Said that you had some information.
Oh, yeah. She kind of looks to the white ashes. She's like, could we all talk alone for a minute?
Cyber.
It was very nice to see you guys, by the way. Very nice to meet you.
Gil's like, well, we're all teammates. And Seraph just kind of pats his chest. She's like, come on. And they all walk off. And Fress, the rogue, she's still sitting about. And then Nashar goes, Fress, you too. Gets up out of the boat and walks off with them. Right. Has Jarrus told you much of anything?
Nope.
Great. Square one then. So about a year ago, I was approached by a man who was looking to recruit me.
In a Ponzi scheme? I'm so sorry.
A bit more than that.
Yeah, Ponzi scheme to end all Ponzi schemes, Kelfor.
Into the cold.
He was very nice, very convincing, but I declined. When your reports came out and Jarrus spoke with us about them, my suspicions were kind of confirmed. I am one of a pretty small number of evokers. left. I honestly, I don't know of any others other than myself and my master, but he passed away years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's all right.
Ivanov definitely doesn't know any evokers, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think he would.
Does Kelfor?
no. I mean, that's like being like, hey, do I know any Hittites?
Got like 3.
No, I was
contacts.
expecting to.
Am I pals with any Assyrians? Too many Sumerians still around.
Do I know any Macedonians?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
okay.
pretty much extinct form of magic. I mean, conjuration gets kind of close, but they are distinctly different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know there are other evokers around. Not many in Lindstrom. The problem is that my pact that I formed was the same pact that my master formed, which was a pact with the Feywild.
Hmm.
And
Do you know anyone else who has that pact?
no, I mean, my master's master died before I was even born, so I've met a couple other evokers throughout my life and my training, but they were from other pacts. That some astral, some celestial, some infernal. It's the only Fae were the ones that, well, me and my master. I don't.
Hmm. So, I have a loose idea of what evokers do. You essentially are summoners, right?
Yeah, we
But with specific actual deities and not just creating something to summon.
kind of we sort of in terms of modern magic, I guess we would be somewhere between a conjuration wizard and a warlock.
Hmm.
We form pacts with beings who we form bonds with, and we can summon them to help us fight. And the more powerful you get, the stronger and more beings you can summon and form pacts with. It's common. Have you guys heard anything about what could be around here?
Just now we apparently learned there might be a white dragon amongst the midst. Amongst the mist.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
I'm good at those.
17.
Would you say that Emmy knows a good amount about the Feywild, because Byra would have been like, it's Heritage Day?
I would probably say so.
25.
It's
Oh,
25.
God.
17 plus 7.
What'd you get, James? I almost called you
17.
Jim. What the fuck was that?
I
Huh?
got a 20.
I almost called you Jim. What the fuck was that?
I got a
What'd you get,
20.
Jim?
24. And you got a 21, go for?
What?
25.
25.
She told us.
They don't really have masters. They can, but Neil's like, she let's start moving some pictures.
Yeah, it
Uh,
reminds me of the Chinese zodiac of the
Yeah, right.
poster.
But he says, Emmy and Kel4, I don't know if you see her kind of like, kind of almost get knocked back a little by it. But Emmy and Kel4, you can see, she's pale already, but you can see her face go like ghost white.
Emmy will pop up and say, "It's the likelihood of it being fairy dragons, what we believe it to be. From my accumulated knowledge, I had Feywild heritage.
Well, my master, he was an incredibly powerful evoker, and one of the beings that he was able to call from the veil
A white dragon.
in his life was the mist dragon.
And unfortunately, to confirm, or at least to deaffirm suspicions, apparently this dragon had no ice powers related to it.
But it has fog power.
Apparently, wherever he went, a mist followed.
Sounds exactly like.
Could it be that your master might be being taken advantage of by these dead people?
But he's
Well,
dead.
yeah, your master is
Oh.
dead.
Oh,
I held his hand while he died. I don't know.
Did your master have any other apprentice that you know of?
None that he ever spoke of.
could it be possible that there is dark necromancy at play?
Certainly hope not.
Oh, I
But-
hope not too.
But his
Well-
That's me a third.
his soul is in the Feywild, and the soul is what creates the contracts. You would need the soul back in the body to.
How do you know his soul is in the Feywild?
Well, that's part of our contract. When we die, we go to where our souls go to, where our paths were formed.
But you can't feel another soul's presence, right?
Not really, no. I mean, maybe to an extent, but
Is it something your patron can do? I guess a better question, do you two share a patron?
we did. Well, it we don't necessarily make pacts with patrons.
Gotcha.
It's more you make a pact with the Feywild itself,
Hmm. Okay. And that's...
and or sort of an accord, and the summoning pacts are made with creatures from that who you gain the trust of, often have to fight, and often kill in order to summon them. But we here. Do you have any particular fey creatures you'd like to see?
Yes.
Is there anyone that could summon a steak dinner?
None that I have in my roster, but yeah,
Okay, good.
plenty of pixies that.
There are several trickster fairies that could probably do something like that, Kel4.
Oh yeah, a lot. Uh,
That's
want
kind of one of
to-
their MOs is playing pranks.
I want to see. You mean a creature, not like a race, right?
creature.
A unicorn.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And she you see her take out a small knife and cut her hand and squeeze out some blood in front of her and then draw a circle around it in chalk that she has and do a quick sigil and then she jumps up and claps her hands and feet at the same time. And
I know exactly what that is too. I love that.
And then the sigil forms and you see a sigil form in front of her, sort of near the edge of the dock, like pointing down the dock.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the sigil is sort of a if you look at her art, kind of like the little star on her palm. And you see for a moment the within that star, you see this vast field of flowers appear, and then through it, pushes forth a white unicorn, and then the sigil disappears. I'd say Emmy and Ivanov make Arcana checks.
You no fucking natural 20.
Oh, okay. I thought
30.
it would be that one.
No, 31.
Oh, 16. That's not as good.
That's still good.
I'm fascinated.
I'd say you could probably have advantage with the Fae connection to the Fae.
Yeah, we did a whole day on Heritage Month. It was me and Hopper at like a family tree. Right?
Yeah, Emmy spawns from unicorns.
She does.
I wish I spawned from unicorns. Couldn't be so lucky.
Gotta be more equestrian.
Actually, I did a fake roll after I did get a nat 1.
I got a 20 that time.
Dirty 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
dirty. Not
Okay. Emmy, you feel a little innate, almost pull in your chest, as you feel this kind of connection to the Feywild. Ivanov, you feel with as this sigil forms and the unicorn comes through, you feel the veil between planes shift
you
and
throw
weaken
up.
a bit.
You throw up.
before it seals and it stabilizes a bit.
Is the
It's still
unicorn?
warped a bit because the unicorn is still on this plane.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Is it graspable?
Yeah, it's a physical creature. Make an animal handling check with advantage.
I just want to touch.
Goodness me.
That's bad.
It should be pretty good.
With advantage, you said?
He's made a pact with it. It's technically tamed.
I've been doing magic for about 20 years of my life. I've never seen anything like that.
23. I go up to the horse and I do that thing with its bottom lip and like.
Uh,
grab its face and go like. Kiss it on the lips.
she goes over and pats its back. She says, "Now Franz are making new friends. Give them a smile." He goes,
You know. Oh my god.
That big fucking, like, fully flapped open lip smile.
I.
Love this shit.
Emmy's eyes, as if she never had eyelids. Just. I love you, and I just her forehead to.
"Be careful with the horn."
Don't hurt yourself on that.
You're the most beautiful.
And don't hurt his horn. That's a magical
You're
conduit.
the most beautiful thing that has ever existed, and I love you, and I'll make sure nothing ever happens to you. Here. So beautiful. I can see why other small children of my stature get infatuated with these and other equines. I get it.
We get it. Emmy's a horse girl.
Yeah, I went. Hopper's like, calm down. Calm down. I have a video saved on my phone of a horse smiling because I hate horses. Piper in real life hates horses, but something about the horse going like makes me laugh.
Horse smiling is very funny.
It's so funny.
They're not doing it right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up horses smiling.
He kind of clops and kind of gets a little bit away from Emmy, and then just does like the like a whole bow. And says, "So these are the kind of deals that we tend to make." More with creatures rather than beings, typically.
Gotcha.
Although I'm sure incredibly powerful evokers could form pacts with beings, I suppose, but it would be
I mean,
out of the realm of even my master, who was, the greatest evoker I ever knew.
that's fair. I mean, the dragon's pretty high up on the hierarchy of powerful beings.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you want to show the class?
Yo. So there's a horse on TikTok you all could follow at home. His name is Nippy.
Ah,
And
damn it. I love Nippy.
Nippy.
Nippy?
And because that's the only horse I would ever trust. I just don't like horses. I can respect them as a creature, but like,
The only horse I'll ever trust.
I do not like horses. Like if I was alone with in a room with a horse, I'd probably be like, whoa, that's crazy. That's a cool horse. But like, I'm not a big fan of horses.
Yeah,
I don't like their eyes.
two weird eyes. Yeah, but yeah, you feel that kind of weakening of the veil.
Hmm. Curious.
Huh? Something on the mind?
I can feel the veil between our plane and this one's shifting. Especially whenever you summoned it.
Yeah, that happens. It's pretty common with summonings. Since you're pulling a creature from another plane, I mean, any kind of summoning ritual outside of maybe a familiar, or you kind of bond the two of your souls.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling any creature forward would create a something of a quake in the veil between whatever planes you're pulling between.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. We were approached by two blood hunters, who hunt after Fae, who said that they saw some disturbances with the Feywild in our realm shifting. So, and with a sighting of a white dragon around here, and it being kind of foggy or misty. That's three coincidences I don't think we can look past.
I'm inclined to agree. And Anya, who's still, she's like, "Do you really think your master's still alive?" 'Cause I don't know. I mean, he's not the sort to fake his own death, at least for me.
Question.
Yeah.
And if this is too personal, then you don't have to answer. When did your master pass away?
It was around 12 years ago.
Okay. I don't know if your master is alive then, because why would the king come after you if he had hands on your master already, if that makes sense?
That's a good question. I mean, I was still a kid. I was around 15 when my master died. So maybe they were. I don't know.
And the only other possibility is, or there's a few, but either it's some enemy that has the same powers, someone maybe your master knew personally. Hopefully not, but maybe some necromancy's involved, even though that would require the soul, which leads me to another one where his soul could be being puppeteered from the Fey realm.
Is that this is a question outside. Is that possible in this world where you can grab the soul from like whatever realm it was in and control it?
Not really, but if something could do it, it would be like an archfey could potentially do something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it would take very powerful, like near demigod levels of power to do something like that.
Hmm. I mean, with the king, we don't know what's possible.
It's true. I mean, at least I think it was him. I spoke to him. And he certainly didn't feel like a fae.
Do you remember what he looks like?
He was very tall. Um, he looked sickly a bit.
Skinny,
Not
sickly?
No, more flush. His skin seemed off, not healthy. And he had the most piercing red eyes. But they weren't scary. They were almost comforting when you looked into them. And they felt old and tired.
Did he look... I know you said he looked sickly. Did he look weary?
How do you mean?
Like, did he look like he hadn't been well rested?
He certainly had some bags under his eyes. He walked with a pretty big slouch. But he didn't seem physically weak at all. He was quite strong, though he was wearing pretty thick layers at the time. I was quite far north, so it was cold out. But he had broad shoulders, at the very least, I could say that.
Did you said he looked old and tired, so he did look like aged. He didn't look like someone in like their 30s, 20s.
He looked surprisingly young, but there was... you could see the age in his eyes. He felt old. The way he moved and just... you know when you speak to an old person and you can just see kind of the years in their eyes? It was kind of like that, but I wouldn't have put him probably over 40 or 50.
Okay. Was he a human?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He was humanoid, but he had pointed ears, not unlike an elf or maybe a half elf, but they were a bit different. And he was incredibly tall. I mean, if I had to give a rough estimate, he was sitting for most of our conversation, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was 7 or 8 feet tall.
Okay. Well, this is really good information.
I'm glad I could help.
Oh, definitely. I will say we probably have to deal with this Mist Dragon because that might be why there might be, who knows, a ritual going on right here, right now.
Likely.
Yeah, about that. Could we and Anya kind of steps forward to Ezreal is kind of... she's got a lot on her mind. Anya, Can we team up for this investigation?
Sure.
Sure.
More
Why
the
not?
merrier. That's what we're all here for to begin with.
I'd also like to see you guys in battle.
Let me tell you, you'll be amazed.
Would like to see what this summoning magic could do.
Oh, don't worry. We might look like a ragtag of chaotic people, but it is exactly that too in combat, actually. So.
Well, you guys kicked ass against those giants.
Did we fight giants? Oh, we did fight giants. Yeah.
Kelfor, we fought like 30 hill giants. It felt like.
Might be giants.
Pish posh.
About 11 of them. But
do we possibly if we're teaming up for this, do we want to maybe kind of do 2 investigations at the same time, or all stick together at once?
It's hard to say. There's merit to splitting up, but also, if this is a master evoker, and there's all that speaks up, which is especially if it's my master, we all want to be together if we get into a fight.
I could agree.
Speaking of evoker talk, is there... Do evokers have any glaring weaknesses that we might be able to exploit?
Well, depending on the summon, it can take time to summon them to form the contract. And also, if the evoker dies, then the pact breaks, or the pact comes to an end, and the beings themselves, the creatures summoned, will be returned to the Feywild, or wherever they come from. So, but if somehow this is my master, or someone taught by my master, he was a master for a reason. He was incredibly adept at summoning, and was quite hard to hit, and especially if he still has the Mist Dragon. He had a habit when we trained against it, when I trained against it, to disappear during combat once his Mist Dragon appeared. But so,
do we possibly in your group, I don't know if on Ivanov or Imi, do you guys have a spell to locate a person if need be, or
There's the spell locate object and locate
creature.
Locate creature. There's not, and Emmy would say that there's locate object or locate creature, but you could do a detect good or evil, and that could tell you, but then again you run the risk of maybe it's just a creature. Well, there's not really a spell.
If this is with Fae, then Fae are neutrally aligned, so good and evil wouldn't help, sadly. But
they're silly little guys.
Luckily, Oh, go ahead, Ivanov.
It would be more of locate creature, but I do not know that one.
Yeah, all Emmy would be aware of would be locate creature.
Bubbles.
Yeah, but also, can you count someone as a creature?
You can.
You
Yeah.
can.
People count as creatures.
Mhm.
In another campaign,
Because
that's
in
wild.
Yeah, people count as creatures.
I just know there's a difference where it's like hold person, hold monster.
Right.
So I didn't know if that would also.
Yeah, I think that's what the campaign was going by.
It makes sense, but there's no locate person spell, so
Okay.
yeah.
Because what I'm.
It's locate creature, not locate monster. So
Okay. Yeah, true. What I'm thinking is, if for some reason we're unlucky or not able to deal with the evoker before the dragon comes out and they disappear, then we can maybe split into two groups. One distracting the mist dragon, and the other one locating the evoker to, try to get them down as quick as possible.
it's not a bad plan. Yeah.
Speaking of which, can your casting be interrupted by silence?
It depends. Certain contracts have certain requirements, so some do require somatic components, some don't. For
Okay.
example, Franz motions to the unicorn. He doesn't require a somatic spell, but the Myotragus, one of my other summons, does require somatic. So
Okay. I guess we'll find out.
yes, we will.
All right. At this point, what Kelfor would do is just like kind of go over strategies. While I guess we'll head towards the farm where we heard the first sightings. And I guess like it'd also be nice to say bye to the white ashes.
Right. They're just kind of hanging out like 20 feet away.
What are they talking about? I don't know, but there's a chicken and a unicorn over there. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, as you guys leave the dock, you meet up back with the white ashes. Rosella unsummons Franz, and she says, "Okay, yeah," and
Oh no.
as you guys approach back, you see that Gil, the bard, is strumming on his lute and sounds different from usual lute. It's a bit dirtier in the sound, a bit sharper. And the sound more seems to be coming from him rather than the lute itself.
I do maybe a perception check to see if like.
I'd say probably investigation.
Okay. 14.
14. Looking at it, you can see the lute itself of Gil doesn't seem to be making any noise. Or much noise. It's more just producing vibrations that go into him and are then amplified out of him. It's yeah, it's a weird sound, but you're pretty into it.
Does he,
I like it.
in his investigation, does he detect any like spooky, scary?
Oh, so
Emmy would be weirded out that
make an investigation check.
yeah, Emmy would be like, don't like that.
You can make a check if you want.
I mean, Emmy could use a spell, but
You can do that too.
no. You should have investigation.
Yeah.
Free. I don't have good that.
Sorry.
Oh, 13. I got 13.
You notice a 10.
Is it ooky spooky there scary? Perhaps a threat? Because that feels like some kind of like there's Japanese folklore about a yokai that does that.
He just seems to be just kind of strumming and playing. It's you've never seen anything like it, but he is essentially acting as a human amp for his lute.
Sorry.
It's probably more his magic.
Yeah, no,
than
yeah.
him.
It just remember there's a Japanese yokai like that. And it's gross.
Yeah, it's just a little jam that he's doing. It's pretty rocking. This. And he stops in song as you guys walk back up. Yeah. Welcome back. Killer unicorn, you gotta say. Love the guy. Beautiful smile. The the rogue girl, she's just sitting quietly, but it's like staring intently at Rosella, seemingly interested in her strange magics. And then Seraph, the captain, she says, I take it your meeting was fruitful?
I would say so.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a quick team up with you, Nia Moans. Gonna see how that goes.
Wonderful. Well, we have a few leads that we've been following in regards to locating this king, and slow as they may be, we'll keep pulling on those threads while you all investigate this, whatever this is.
That's a good question.
Indeed.
No, we'll hopefully see you guys back at the Gray Skies Inn.
Yes. You guys kind of split off, and you see Maurius, the tiefling druid guy. He kind of looking to the sky, and he says, "It is getting quite late. Perhaps we should take the night to rest and begin our search in the morning."
I would not be
True.
opposed.
So yeah, you guys all agree to that, and you all head back to the Gray Skies Inn, where you see most everyone has regathered, or is starting to for the night. A lot of people eating dinner at this time. And yeah, I think that's a good place to end this session.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you want to just like start? Yeah, we'll start next day.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unless there's something you guys want to do tonight.
Nothing I can think of.
Not that I could think of. I think we got pretty decently far.
Yeah. All right. Pepper's in the bathroom, but yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Here's hoping Adam's here.
Fingers crossed.
If he's not, we'll keep playing. We don't really need him until the end of the season, so we'll feel it out.
Well,
But
good to have our little silly boy here.
yeah, Mr. Silly Little Boy. Yeah.
But yes.
Thank you guys for watching.